Hey, I'm about to show you a video clip, and I'm just not sure what to think about it. I'm going to let you decide for yourself, so stick around. Hey, ever since that first video I released talking about lumber prices, I've started receiving a lot of comments from you viewers and people in the industry asking questions and giving thoughts and theories about what's going on. Now, I've talked to people who were loggers and people who were sawmill owners and even people that transport lumber that delivers it to the retail centers. And even though everyone across the board seems to have experienced a little price increase from labor costs, gas, various things, there's nothing out there that supports the type of pricing that we're seeing or we're experiencing at our local lumber center. I've heard from a lot of you saying straight up, greed. And I have to agree to a point that, yeah, greed is part of this. People like to blame price increases on supply and demand. When there's less supply and more demand, price increases. That's been drilled into our heads since forever. So it kind of makes sense. Okay, when there's short supply, we expect prices to go up to some degree. But why? Why is that? It's not costing more today to produce a 2x4 than it did last year. Well, okay, maybe a little bit. Transportation costs have gone up a little because of the price of gas, labor cost goes up. So across the board, things generally go up a little year to year. But you and I both know and understand that those costs haven't gone up 350%. So there is absolutely no reason for us to see lumber prices and other material costs skyrocket like they have. I understand that the housing market is causing a big shortage in building materials. Now, when I go to my local home center, there's always plenty of wood to be had. So I really don't think that there's a huge supply problem, or else the shelves would be empty. So again, I ask the question, what truly is driving up the cost? And a lot of you say, greed. And I tend to agree with you now. When you stop and think about it, if it's not costing more to produce a 2x4 this year compared to last year, someone in the middle is raising the price of this product before it gets to us, the end users. So who is it? Is it the logger? Is it the sawmill? Is it the transportation companies? Or is it distributors? So I started thinking about this and started digging around, and you won't believe what I came up with. Because lumber is traded as a commodity, it's traded just like stocks, you have investors involved, it's my opinion that these investors are causing the biggest problem. Think about all the things that you go out and buy that's not traded on the stock market, and if supplies run low, do the prices ever go up? They don't. You can go to the grocery store and find products that are not traded on the stock market, and just because the grocery store runs out or there's a disruption in the supply chain doesn't mean that all your groceries are going to go skyrocketing through the roof, or at least not as of yet. So I'm going to show you a video clip, and I'm going to let you decide for yourself. This is a video clip of a lumber trader during an interview. Now, because of YouTube rules, I can only show you a small part of this clip, just enough so you can kind of get the idea of what's happening, but I'm going to put a link in the description to the full interview so you don't miss any context, because I want you to get the full story. But this is a lumber trader who said something kind of damning, and I also want you to pay attention to his body language. Now, I reached out to this lumber trader and never heard back. And out of curiosity, I found and reached out to several other lumber traders that I found listed online and never heard back from any of them. And there's a reason for that. And here's the reason. Watch the video. All right, so here's the video. And this is Stenson Dean, and he is CEO of Deacon Lumber. And he was being interviewed. And let's just go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
Our market futures and the cash market is fairly illiquid. So I stand in between and I try to buy low and sell high on the...
I'm sorry. Let's repeat that again.
fairly illiquid. So I stand in between and I try to buy low and sell high.
Just for clarification.
Illiquid. So I stand in between and I try to buy low and sell high.
So if I understand exactly what he's saying here, he's saying
in between and I try to buy low and sell high.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we misunderstood.
So I stand in between and I try to buy low and sell high.
Nope, didn't misunderstand a thing. It's his job to buy low and sell high as a stock trader. So here's the deal. I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can come and check out the full video. It's on Twitter. You have to have a Twitter account, I presume. No, maybe not. Not sure. But I want you to come and check out the entire video just so you get the full context of it. But basically, you know, yeah, he admits it right here. It's his job to buy stock, lumber stock low, and sell it at a higher price.
On the price of lumber.
And look at that look. Check out the look. Did he realize what he said? And maybe he knew he shouldn't have said it that way. Check out that face.
So I stand in between and I try to buy low and sell high on the price of lumber.
Yeah. So, you know, hey, I'm not faulting him for doing his job well. I mean, if we all should be doing our job very well, right? We should do the very best we can at whatever it is that we do. And it's his job to trade lumber future contracts. And if you don't understand that, I don't understand it fully myself, so I'm not going to pretend to, but basically it's the contract that is, you know, from when a home builder or a retail center goes out to the lumber mill and says, hey, we want to place an order. They make a contract on how much wood is going to be produced and what the price is going to be when it's produced 2 to 3 months later. So they make this agreement and they agree on a price of what the wood is going to be, you know, what it's going to cost when the wood is produced 2 or 3 months later when the purchaser actually receives it. And so he, as a lumber trader, kind of gets in the middle of that transaction there from the time that it was purchased to the time that it actually received at the retailer. And again, I'm not even going to pretend to understand it, but you know, it's his job to trade the future price or these future contracts. So he buys them at a low price, presumably from the mills, I guess. I don't know how that works. And then he sells them at a higher price. So, hey, if you have better knowledge on exactly how this works, leave a comment in the description below. And I'd even be interested in talking with you if you have good industry knowledge on how this works. Because I'd like to know for myself, and I'm sure all of you would like to know for sure exactly how this works. Because what he's saying, I mean, I don't want to misrepresent or mistake what it is that he's saying, but in his own words, he's saying it's you know, he buys low and sells high, and in my mind, that's telling me that you know, lumber traders are a large cause or large reason that we're seeing the prices that we're seeing today, because he buys it at a lower price, but he sells it at a much higher price because people are willing to pay for it because, you know, it's in such high demand. And so the price just seems to keep going up and up and up, right? That's how I interpret it. So I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. Tell me what you think. What do you think of that? I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinion on that video clip. Just leave me some comments below. And I also encourage you to share this video far and wide to bring awareness to this situation. It's something we all probably kind of knew in the back of our mind, but come on, really, to come out on video and say it like that? Tell me what you think. Hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And as always, I'm going to pop up a couple more videos over here for you to go and check out. And if you click on those, I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.